Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the top 5 graduate programs for environmental science or environmental management. These are specifically tailored towards programs that will prepare you for a career in the professional space rather than a research program or a program focused on training you for the academic space. Now, if you have not watched the video where I go through exactly what to research when you're looking for schools to apply to for your environmental master's program, go watch that. I'll link it up here in the cards. Having that bit of context before continuing on with this video will help this video just make a lot more sense. And the schools we're going to talk about in this video are ones that I found based on my own research when I was applying to master's programs. You might find a master's program that is right for you not in this list. This list is by no means all-inclusive. It is simply a starting point. Think of it as inspiration for your search for a master's program in environmental science or environmental management. Let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Maddie. I'm an environmental science graduate from the University of Maryland, and I currently work as a sustainability and energy consultant, and I'm a lifelong environmentalist. On this channel, we talk about sustainable careers, lifestyle, and sustainability science. So if you're interested in any one of those, hit that subscribe button. I'm very happy to have you here. So for these 5 schools, I'm going to be ranking them on 3 different criteria: faculty, finances, and reputation. Those are the 3 criteria that I find to be most important when you're searching for a master's program. So we'll look a little extra closely at those for each one of these schools. We're going to start with the one that I ranked the lowest and then work our way up to the one that I ranked the highest of this list. And that brings us to our first school, which is the University of Chicago. Their program is a Master of Environmental Sciences, and it is a career-focused program. This one is especially good for those of you who are making the switch into a sustainability career, which I know you are out there because you've commented on my videos. This one would be a really great option for you. On their About section for the master's program, they say specifically whether you are making a mid-career transition or have a background in environmental science and want to strengthen your skills, the University of Chicago's Masters of Environmental Science can open new doors. So they do specify that they are accepting students from all sorts of backgrounds. You don't need to have experience or a degree in environmental science in order to get into this program. They have a strong focus on data science classes, and they do have a capstone project to hone those skills. For their faculty, they had over 50 faculty and staff. As you can see, there are so many different research areas. A lot of them do focus on the sciences. There wasn't much interdisciplinary research that I found. I would have liked to see research interests in environmental justice, environmental economics, natural resources management, and things like that. So overall, I gave their faculty score an 8 out of 10. Now for finances, tuition is $27,000 per semester for about $55,000 per year. They do estimate cost of living on their website for 2 quarters is $25,000. They do specify that the terminal and professional master's programs with the University of Chicago's Environmental Science Department typically offer no or limited scholarship or aid. So you would be paying all of that out of pocket, or you would have to get your company to pay for it. So I gave the University of Chicago's finances score a 6 out of 10. Now, in terms of reputation, this program is known in the environmental space, and it is considered among the top environmental programs that you would want to apply to. However, it's not number 1, 2, or even 3 on people's lists, and it's likely that someone with an environmental science background who's working in the field will know of University of Chicago's environmental science program. However, there is not much name recognition with the environmental science department itself or the University of Chicago's school. It's not an Ivy or anything, so I gave this one's reputation a 7 out of 10. And that brings the overall rating of the University of Chicago's Master of Environmental Science a 7 out of 10. On to our next school, which is the University of Pennsylvania, and they actually have 2 master's programs in the environmental space: the Master of Environmental Studies and the Master of Science in Applied Geosciences. Each is a 2-year program if done full-time, but they do also take part-time students. Both are also professional programs. The Master of Environmental Studies is more interdisciplinary, where you can take a wide breadth of courses and specialize in one of 6 concentrations, whereas the Master of Applied Geosciences is more focused on geology. Both will prepare you for a career in government or industry work. And as for the faculty, there are over 50 faculty and staff. A lot of their research areas include geology, glaciology, and things like that. Honestly, I didn't see a huge diversity here. It seems like they are really focusing on the geosciences, even when it comes to their Masters of Environmental Studies program. So if you are interested in going more into the sciences, this one would be a little higher rated. But because they didn't have much diversity, I gave the total faculty score a 9 out of 10. As for finances, based on what I could see, tuition is about $30,000 per semester. Their system of calculating actual tuition costs is a little convoluted. They use something called course units, which on their website they say that other Ivy Leagues use that to calculate tuition. However, the other Ivy League on this list did not use that method of calculating tuition, so I was just a little put off by that. They do have cost of attendance calculations, and according to that, their 9-month program would be $27,000, rounding out to about $55,000 per year. In terms of funding, they do say that there are limited grants and scholarships with the school for graduate students, and you should expect most of your funding to come from the department. So because it's pretty vague, and honestly, it's hard to tell what your actual cost of tuition and attendance would be before you actually sign up for classes, I would give the finances score a 4 out of 10. Now for reputation, UPenn does have that going for it. The school is very well regarded. It is an Ivy League, so just having that designation does give it a boost. Ivies will especially get you far if you're working in the international space, so if that is something that you're really looking to do in your career, then I would bump up this score again a little higher. The actual environmental sciences program isn't as well known compared to some of the other ones on this list. And then for culture, the reviews that I saw from current students online was that the people that form your community at the school are really just the ones in your concentration rather than in the entire major or department. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about networking opportunities. For those reasons, I gave the reputation score an 8 out of 10. And that brings UPenn's master's programs collectively to a 7 out of 10. Our third program is Duke's Master of Environmental Management. This one is a 2-year program full-time with 48 credits. I found this one very interesting. You pick not one, but 2 different concentrations. So you pick one of 4 environmental concentrations and one of 4 management concentrations. And the goal with that is to develop your expertise in an environmental subject area, as well as building your skills for the workplace. They listed over 150 faculty and staff on their website, and I was very impressed by the faculty research. They have such a wide array of research areas, from sciences to engineering to natural resources management to environmental justice. It really seems like every subtopic within environmental science was covered in their research areas. So I gave their faculty a 10 out of 10. Now for finances, the tuition was about $47,000, making the total cost of attendance per year about $72,000. They do have merit-based scholarships and then your need-based and federal financial aid, but from their website, they do specify that funding for this program is limited. And they say that not all students will receive financial assistance, and even those that do will need to find other sources of funding. So for that, I gave the finances a 5 out of 10. As for reputation, Duke and its Nicholas School for the Environment are both very well respected. Duke is not an Ivy, but still a well-known school, in part because of its sports teams, but also the Nicholas School of the Environment is very well respected in the environmental space. This and the next one that we're going to talk about are 2 of the most popular Masters of Environmental Management programs. So for that, I would give this one a 9 out of 10. And that brings Duke's Master of Environmental Management program to an 8 out of 10. Our 4th graduate program is Yale's Master of Environmental Management. This one is very similar to Duke's Master of Environmental Management program. It's another 2-year course with 48 credits. Again, it focuses on providing an in-depth understanding of an environmental issue and then preparing you to apply that to a policy or management space. They have 156 faculty, and don't worry, I didn't count that manually. They do list that number on their website, and their faculty's research areas are very diverse. They span both the social sciences and the natural sciences. As you can see, there's so many different research areas. Feel free to pause the video and find the specialty that you're interested in if you can. Because of that diversity in research areas and the number of faculty, I gave this score a 10 out of 10. For the finances, their tuition is about $51,000 per year, bringing the total cost of attendance to $76,000 per year. They specify on their website that 80% of students receive financial assistance. Their forms of financial assistance that they list on their website include scholarships, work study, and loans. So because they do include federal loans, you could still be in debt once you graduate, and actually are likely to still be in debt once you graduate. Just keep that in mind as you're considering the total cost of attendance. I gave Yale's finances score a 6 out of 10. Now, as far as reputation goes, if you went to public school in the United States, you know about Yale. So as a school, the name is very recognized. Just the fact that it is an Ivy bumps you up quite a bit. On top of that, the actual School of the Environment is also very well respected. This one and Duke's are considered two of the best programs in environmental management. And this kind of goes back to faculty, but a lot of the professors are honored with different awards. So I gave Yale's reputation score a 10 out of 10, bringing Yale's overall score for their environmental management program an 8.6 out of 10. Finally, the last school with the highest score on our list is UC Santa Barbara, and they actually have two master's programs you can choose from. The first is a Master of Environmental Data Science. That is a one-year professional program. The second is a Master of Environmental Management, which is a two-year program. The two-year program, you go more in depth and it's a lot more interdisciplinary, whereas the one-year program does really just focus on data science for environmental applications. They have over 50 faculty with a decent array of research areas. You can see that some are even specific to the California biome, such as researching drought and climate modeling. I gave their faculty a 10 out of 10. As far as finances go, they do give graduate funding to any student who is planning on presenting a paper, whether that's an oral presentation or written presentation at a conference. And then they also have scholarships and fellowships available through the larger UC school. The tuition they listed on their website was $13,000 per year for in-state, and their total cost of attendance was anywhere from $45,000 to $60,000 per year, depending on in-state versus out-of-state. So I gave their finances an 8 out of 10. As far as reputation goes, the Bren School of Environmental Science is very, very highly regarded in the environmental space. UC Santa Barbara School is not an Ivy, but it is still a really good school overall. So I gave their reputation score a 9 out of 10. And that brings UC Santa Barbara's overall score to a 9 out of 10. I did want to mention two additional schools. I won't go into the details on them, but they are also worth mentioning. They are Columbia's one-year Masters of Sustainability and an environmental master's program with the University of Michigan. Within University of Michigan's School for Environment and Sustainability, they offer 7 different master's programs, including ecosystem science and management, as well as sustainability and development. So if you are wanting to go deeper into one specific topic and have your entire master's be about that topic, University of Michigan might be worth looking into. All right, folks, that's the list. Hopefully this was helpful and gave you some ideas to help you start applying to your master's degree in environmental science and or management. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments what else you'd like to see, and good luck with your applications. Bye.